Oh, man. It's your boy Boss. Bringing you another one. And this is the one that I know y'all want to talk about. You know, the press conference. And you know, I appreciate everybody, man, because I've been getting hit up all day. It's almost like I'm known for this now, where people want to get my response. They want to see my breakdown of the press conference, and I got a lot. It's a lot that I'm gonna talk about. A lot. It was a long press conference too. So, just to give you a cliff notes of what we gonna talk about today with the press conference with Chris, and I knew it was gonna happen the way that it happened. But it's some good things. So I saw some the confirmation of qualified strangers was super confirmed today. Alignment, trench focus. Oh, we got to talk about that. And Jerry was involved, so we can stop saying that. Definitely, super confirmation that Jerry was actively involved. Stop playing with me. Fights are coming. We're going to talk about that. And then the last one, I saw art today. I saw artists. I saw artists in motion. The art of saying a lot of nothing. And good job by Parker. He did a good job of talking, but not giving up a lot. Hardly anything. Very wise. And then I'm gonna give my Parker observations. So this is gonna be insightful, man. So before we get into it, go for a Hail Mary on your sleeper picks. It went up to 100 times your money. Use promo code BCS and Sleeper will 100% match your first deposit up to $100 instantly. Sleeper Daily Fantasy Sports is a mobile-based daily fantasy sports platform where users create entries by predicting if a player will achieve more or less than their projected statistical totals. They just make it very easy for you. They also launched something new. Sleeper has launched a new team picks, and you can choose winners of each game. So, all right, man. Let me get to where I can see y'all comments real quick, and then I'm gonna just jump right into the content. You know, that's first. I gotta be able to see what y'all saying. So I'm doing that now. I also need to make sure I'm live on everywhere. Okay, so I know it's working on that. Yeah, it's looking good. Everything's looking good. What do you say? Looking good, Billy Ray. Looking good, Valentine. All right. Yeah, so here we go. I can see y'all comments now. I'm gonna change the vibe a little bit and go. You know how I go. Let me just change this vibe and then we go kick it. Let's go. All right. So starting with the first part, the confirmation of qualified strangers. Here we go.
Robin Watkins of Dallas Morning News. I have a question for each of you. First for Brian. The process to hiring Christian was a little different from when you hired the previous coordinator. Why the change? Why it was so extensive this go around?
Well, I think obviously we wanted to get it right. We're excited about the process and how it worked out. I think, when you look at what we did last year on offense, we went through a very thorough process and came away with a bunch of guys that I really hadn't worked with, had been.
See, what we say on this channel? Yeah, man. Christian Parker poker face is real. That boy got a mean poker face, bro. Hey, man. Hey, listen. Parker. Oh, man. That boy Parker, boy. That boy was not playing about that poker, was he? Capital. Was he playing about that? That boy said that boy poker face. But y'all heard what Shada said. Listen, I ain't know them dudes. Listen.
We went through a very thorough process and came away with a bunch of guys that I really hadn't worked with.
Qualified stranger. See, what channel been calling them dudes qualified strangers? This one. The pattern, it was a clear pattern on Shotty. And then we got people out here talking about Gannon was a leading candidate. Boy, if y'all get y'all.
Had been known about them for a while, but
wait. So you getting the clue. See, he be looking around the league, y'all. He be looking around the league.
I think this was really just something where we were excited to say, hey, take a deep breath, let's get it right. I think we did over 40 total interviews, 9 of which were coordinators. He was the last one, by the way. He was the last Zoom that we did, and
Watkins of Dallas.
So no more questioning it on Shotty and how he does it. He looks around the league. He keeps a list. Parker. What's up, Micah Trail? Hold down Facebook for me, brother. Hold down that Facebook for me. Yeah, you keep that Facebook tight over there. Yeah, Parker. Yeah. But yeah, that's what Shotty does, you know, and I love it. So all these people that was trying to connect dots when he was looking for defensive coordinator, they were saying he knew Jim. He used to coach with Jim, and we did that with Orr too. You know, he knew Orr. He kept up with him. He don't do it like that. So file that away. You know, now the key thing also was alignment. So, and you can hear the alignment. So I'm gonna show y'all this. Let's listen to them talk about alignment.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What stood about the Cowboys for you, and why did you want this job?
I think when we initially started the process, you could tell there was an aligned vision for what they wanted in the position. We initially started the process, you could tell there was an aligned vision for what they wanted in the position. We initially started the process, you could tell there was an aligned vision for what they wanted in the position, where we wanted to go forward. Obviously, a great deal of respect for not only the organization, but the players involved on the team, having been in division for the past 2 years and having different times going against them. Significant offensive firepower, stayed up a lot of late nights trying to prepare for. So it always helps when you have a franchise quarterback and offensive skill players on that side of the ball that can control the game for you. But I think
wait.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee woo.
Hey, D.A. Lee, what you say? Hit it with the gym. I swear to God, boy. This press conference, surely, it clearly showed that it was some insiders that was full of that old shit.
You are fake news. Wrong.
For real. Ain't no way you listen to this press conference. It was, man, I was like, bro. But what I'm showing y'all real quick is that D.A. Lee, you know what I'm talking about, bro. These dudes be out here on that bush. Yeah. But what you're seeing is a clear alignment, and what started to bring them together was philosophy alignment, right? But let him finish.
the biggest thing was just the alignment. You could feel it always helps when you have a franchise quarterback and offensive skill players on that side of the ball that can control the game for you. But I think the biggest thing was just the alignment. You could it always helps when you have a franchise quarterback and offensive skill players on that side of the ball that can control the game for you. But I think the biggest thing was just the alignment. You could feel from everybody in the building during those interactions that there was a shared vision involved. And people wanted to move.
That shared vision. Yep. That alignment. And you go hear it. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna go into depth on that. Listen. I'm not gonna disappoint today.
Forward in the right direction.
Both of you, but as you were filling out the defensive staff, how important was that when you were interviewing candidates, the teaching aspect of it?
Well, I'll take it first. I think, I was impressed with Christian, obviously, through the whole process, but impressed me even more was when I saw him interacting through this process of going through the interviews for the position jobs, right? Like, there was an alignment he and I had talked about before.
See that word keep coming up? Mm-hmm.
Even more was when I saw him interacting through this process of going through the interviews for the position jobs, right? Like, there was a...
So I got a real good super chat. So my brother asked me, say, boss, are you bought into the Parker High like you were with Durante after the press conference?
Oh, hell no!
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Nah. And I would be fake as fuck if I did. I would be so fake, bro. Now, it's a lot of content creators that would. You know, where they'll come over here and they'll just do it. Nah. It's like this. When you've done your research and you believe what you believe, you don't change. You don't change. Now, that don't mean you mad at what you got, because he was top 2 to me already. I'm talking about Christian Parker. But no, I ain't changed. Hell no. That would be fake. And that would be pandering. That would be pandering to y'all. Would you want somebody like that? Would you want a content creator that because he's the higher, now all of a sudden he my favorite? That's fake, bro. I never will be fake. Number 2 is good enough, though. Number 2 out of 9? That's good. You know what I'm saying? It's like a draft pick. You didn't get your pet cat, but you got a good player. You know what I'm saying? So no, I didn't change. And I wouldn't. I'm nah, bro. Y'all ain't gonna never get that out of me. Y'all ain't gonna never see me switch up my opinion. And then he said everybody thought Parker killed that press conference. I do too. He did kill the press conference, but that wasn't the question that was asked. See, was that the question that was asked? Because I saw you jump up and say, I knew it. Some of y'all just some Dallas Cowboy like kiss asses where everything they do, you go cheer, bro. Yeah, I ain't like that. Like you still got to show me. Yeah, somebody say kill the season. I don't care about no press conference. That's exactly, bro. And he did good in the press conference. But yeah, you know. And let me tell you the main reason he wasn't my number 1. My boy Dak in the house. What's up, man? Hold on, man. I gotta stop, boy. I got the OG in the house, man. We graduated together, bro. Let me pause and say what's up to the homie. What's up, OG? My boy Dak. Yeah, man, that was my safety right there, man. That dude had a big old ass head, man. That dude would run through a wall, big old head ass boy. What's up, Dak? Yeah, man. But the main reason I liked Durante was also because his scheme, you know what I'm saying? I like attack styles. That's what I wanted. I didn't want to bend, don't break, you know? I didn't want to shell defense. I wanted heavy blitzing defense. I wanted to get out the boards. So, y'all ain't gonna never see me fake like that. So, and I'm not gonna switch up, bro. Period. Period. Y'all ain't gonna never see me do that. That's just too fake. I'll never be that type dude. Never. I'm gonna sleep good at night on my opinions.
Alignment he and I had talked about before we offered them the job about, okay, well, let's talk about some things, because obviously there's a very competitive field when you're trying to build a staff, and there's good coaches out there. There's good coaches in different realms, but seeing him through the interview process, you know, John, got me really excited about him as a leader, him being, you know, very comfortable having the hard conversations. That's what I am. I'm a person who loves to have hard conversations. And again, the reason we wanted to talk before we decided to do this partnership was to make sure we could have those.
I love how Shotty called it a partnership. Man, that's dope, bro. That's dope, bro. I cut for Shotty, bro. See, Shotty a OG, bro. I love how Shotty, man. He like Shotty know how to treat people. That's why, man, I swear, man, them people that was out there like, man, Gannon was a Shotty pick. That's a damn lie. Damn lie. And them same people was lying saying, this is all Brian. Brian said the complete opposite today. Man, Facebook, y'all picking up. I see you, Facebook.
Conversations, and so I think that's something from the very beginning that I felt great about. Anything with staff?
No, I think that we, extensive search, very thorough, trying to just balance it. I think, compatibility is very important. And obviously the teaching element is significant, right? But you want to have the right collection of people by position.
That boy say Keystone, y'all. Your head can't be bigger than Zeke. I saw Zeke head, boy. Ain't no way.
Whether it's, what schemes they've been in previously, what they've done, their area of focus and expertise when it comes to game planning and all that kind of stuff with player development. And, we definitely feel like we have the right mix.
Is the interview process first time you guys have...
So, now, check this out. We really got to talk about this next part. I'm going to need y'all to talk to me. Because we talked about alignment, right? We talked about alignment. And, I've been pushing for them trenches with Crosby and Trey. Some people ain't been pushing for them trenches. Let's listen.
For Christian, obviously everyone wants to know what kind of defense do you want to bring to the Cowboys?
Well, the first thing is we're going to be multiple.
Hold on real quick. Let me rewind this. Let me turn off the music. I need to hear that shit again.
This is for Christian. Obviously, everyone wants to know what kind of defense do you want to bring to the Cowboys?
The first thing is we're going to be multiple. I think that
there's the alignment. So who said that a lot? Who said that a lot? Come on now. Come over here. Let's talk. Come on. See, that's why when I was looking at these players, I'm like, man, just pick the player. If you want Trey, get Trey. Because modern defense is going to make the defense work based on the players. The days of having a 3-4 and we go try to find players that only fit the 3-4, that is not Shoddy, that is also not Parker. I want everybody to hear that now, because you've been hearing that from the head coach. Now you heard that directly from your DC. That is neither one of them. So we need to know that, so that as we talking about players, especially in the offseason, free agency, draft picks, all that, he's a 3-4 guy. He's an outside linebacker. No. We not. No. Just get the guy. Get the guy. Because the number one thing they both want is somebody that's multiple. They want a defense that's multiple. I just want to make sure everybody heard that.
Whenever you form a defensive structure, it's about the players that you have.
Let me turn this music on. I want no distractions. Oh, wait.
Form a defensive structure, it's about the players that you have.
Okay. That should give us insight on how to handle this offseason. It's about the players. Okay? So just get the guy. When you dealing with now, you do have core vision stuff. You do have people who do fit. So like, what they say, if the tags are touching, you go with the guy that fit more. So, but let's keep going.
Form a defensive structure is about the players that you have. So core principles, will be a 3-4 by nature, but 4-3 spacing will be appropriate, 4-2-5 in nickel, different front structures, coverages behind it. But I would say being multiple is probably the most important thing about it.
There it is. Nah, somebody says the final word dead. Nah, it ain't dead, bro. It's on me. It's my fault. So.
And I've kind of gone through that process internally for a great deal of my career. So I prepared as much as I possibly can at this moment.
And obviously it wasn't a good year for the Cowboys defensively last year and what they did, but your thoughts on what is in-house here and how you can improve the guys that are already here as opposed to waiting for what happens in the draft?
Yeah, the game is definitely won and lost up front.
Where have we heard that before? Games are won and lost in the perimeter. Oh, okay. So now y'all don't want to talk to me. All the weapons, it's not even team weapons. It's receivers. Receive it. Yeah. At some point, we gonna have to start listening to the coaches, bro. Shotty been saying this. Now Parker is saying this. Both of the listen, man. Games are won and lost in the. Where should we be focusing, y'all? Oh damn! Where should we be focusing? Oh,
You can't handle the truth.
Damn. So you got Brian, who been saying it forever. Now you got, you see the alignment. I ain't making it up. They say when they sat down and talked, they saw the alignment. We seeing the alignment. Games are won and lost in the trenches. How did Philly win the Super Bowl? Oh, nobody don't want to talk to me. Nobody don't want to talk to me. Oh, is anybody gonna try to talk to me today? Huh? See, I know. That's how y'all do. That boy say I'm still wide receivers. I know that's what y'all do, bro. That's what y'all do. The coaches will tell you what they want, and y'all will do just like Jerry. Y'all go get what y'all want and lobby for what y'all want. We some little Jerrys, dog. We little Jerrys. We do what we want. I still want the perimeter. I want the perimeter. Now both of them guys telling you now loud. Games are won and lost. Just like Shotty. Tell me we talk trenches. No, you don't, D.A. Lee. You do. You do, but not enough. You know I ain't lying, bro. Tell me we talk. No, we don't. Not like we should. If we talk trenches, yeah, I know you are, D.A. Lee. He said I'm Team Cowboy. Me too. But I'm peeping game, bro. Boys, don't be focused on that trenches, bro. I swear to God, that's the truth. That's the truth. I ain't lie. I did not lie on y'all. Hell nah. Because I remember when we got Pickens. Boys is over here like, man, we gonna celebrate, bro. We gonna celebrate. I ain't see your ass again. When we was out here fighting for one tech, like, we need a one tech, bro. We need a one tech. Boys was on vacation because they got Pickens. You know why? Because we don't really listen to the coaches. I remember people like, and content creators, they played Shotty interview, heard him say games are won in the trenches, and they still said, no, he really meant Matthew Golden. I said, God damn, boy. I know. Listen, man. I know GP a favorite, man. He is. I ain't got no problem with y'all having a favorite. I had no problem with that. It's just that we can't let that cloud us. That's what I'm trying to. Let's just listen. We can't let that cloud us. All right, here we go. Let's keep going.
We have significant players in the front seven. And so I think that when you start with that defensive line room and what you're able to do in controlling the pocket, stopping the run, you control what an offense is able to do, and you're able to dictate to them on their terms. So you're not playing the whole playbook when you win first and second down. So I think it starts there. That's where the excitement starts. And there's several other pieces that have been proven playmakers. And we look forward to kind of bringing it all together in the next couple months.
Yeah. Let's keep going, though.
Then are you more of a guy that falls under the line of thinking of building a scheme around the players or acquiring players to fit the scheme?
I think you build it around the players. You know, of course, you want to have your...
Man. Team Trenches, what's up? Team Trenches, what's up? What's up, Team Trenches? If you Team Trenches, man, throw your hands up. Throw your hands up if you Team Trenches. Throw the hashtag. Y'all damn team. Some of y'all not even Team Weapon. Y'all ain't even know. Some of y'all just Team Receiver. He said, boss, I hear you, but I'm being stubborn, okay? I know. See, at least you keep it real. At least you keep it real. That's the case. That's the case with a lot of us, Tay. That's the case. You know what I'm saying? We just can't let it go. We just gotta hold on. And sometimes you gotta let them go. Sometimes. That must say too much division. Team do better. Hell no, bro. We gonna stay divided. D.A. Lee, we gonna stay divided. I'm not doing no hashtags of come together. We're at war. I'm at war with y'all. Hell nah, we ain't coming. There ain't no kumbaya. Ain't no shake hands. Ain't none of that. I ain't doing none of that. It's war, man. Sound the alarm. I'm smacking anything that's on some weapon shit right now. Real talk. Get y'all, boy.
And I've kind of gone through that process internally for a great deal of my career. So I prepared as much as I possibly can at this moment.
And obviously, it wasn't a good year for the Cowboys defensively last year and what they did, but your thoughts on what is in-house here and how you can improve the guys that are already here as opposed to waiting for what happens in the draft?
Yeah, I mean, the game is definitely won and lost up front.
I already did it.
And foundational beliefs, you know, but as you kind of move forward in the process, what do your guys do well? How can you put...
Let's see, hold on. I gotta say this, man. Listen, did anybody peep? Am I the only one that peeped that Christian Parker was talking like he been doing this for 10 years? Did anybody peep how he was talking like he's done this many times? Man, you talking about fake it till you make it. That boy was up there talking to boy, like I almost forgot he ain't never done this. The way he was talking. Did y'all peep that? Did y'all peep how he was talking like he's done this? The way that you do it is, and so what you do is you build it piece by piece. I'm like, damn, bro, when have you built this before?
And then are you more of a guy that falls under the line of thinking of building a scheme around the players or acquiring players to fit the scheme?
I think you build it around the players. You know, of course, you want to have your core principles and foundational beliefs, you know, but as you kind of move forward in the process, what do your guys do well? How can you put good players in highlighted positions? How can you create one-on-ones for certain guys? How you can protect certain guys?
Look how he talk like he's done this. Like he say, listen, man, I ain't mad at it, bro. Because the first thing you want your leader to do is project confidence. You could not tell that he has not done this before, bro. The way he talking. He talking like he was a D coordinator for 3-4 years in college or something. Yeah.
Can you put good players in highlighted positions? How can you create one-on-ones for certain guys? How you can protect certain guys? You know, if we can win on blitzes on a running back, then we're going to blitz a lot. You know, if we got good man-to-man corners, we're going to play man. You know?
Now, I love that. Ooh, wait, let me... Ooh, I got to turn off the music on that. Boy, that was music to my ears. Especially when he talked about Revel. I ain't going to show that clip. I'm gonna do a video on that. But he hit Revel on the head. I'm going to do a video on that tomorrow. Boy, but the common sense of what he just said. What was we going through with Eberflus? A bunch of man corners and he forcing them to play zone. Anybody remember that?
Take it easy on my back. Oh, Mr. Nasty Time.
Y'all remember that? See, some football is just common sense. Some football was common sense.
We're going to blitz a lot. You know, if we got good man-to-man corners, we're going to play man. You know, if we have guys that are better with zone vision, we're going to play more zone. So, you know, you want to build a package that has diversity and scheme, and then you want to, you know, tailor it to the players that you have.
Boy, he talking like he did this about 80 times.
That has diversity and scheme, and then you want to, you know, tailor it to the players that you have. And, of course, there are schematic fits. You know, but I think the really good players are the ones that you can't peg them in a certain scheme, and that's the only way they can play football.
I love that. Ooh. See, he low-key giving you a clue of what he gonna be looking for. He not looking for scheme-dependent players. See, but he not like Shoddy where he gives it away. You have to extract it from him. He's smart. He don't give away his hand. You have to interpret his hand. And when he talked about Revel, he said that he is a press corner. Remember, his dad said that. Remember, Revel dad said that he excels in press. Guess who also said that? Parker. See, my boy Hen in the house. What's up, boy? Who that boy say? Who Diggs will still be here? Ooh, man, I ain't gonna start that controversy right there. Hen started that. I didn't. He said Diggs will still be. Ooh, ain't that what he said though? Hen dog. Ain't that what he said? He said if them boys play that, if they play that man good, you go play a lot of man. You feel me? And see, keep talking, homie.
Players are the ones that you can't peg them in a certain scheme, and that's the only way they can play football.
So he's starting to give it away. So you see, that's honestly, y'all want me to be honest? This is why it was actually good that he wasn't talking. Because once you sit down and they start peppering you with questions, people gonna be able to kind of decode you. They gonna be able to break you down. It's like I'm already starting to get a picture of what type of guys he gonna be. He looking for versatility. He gonna be heavy into people who can do multiple things. He's especially when you see him talk about nickel.
You want to have guys that no matter what scheme they're in, they can be significant contributors.
See, he giving it away. Ooh.
You want to have guys that no matter what scheme they're in, they can be significant contributors.
There he is. See, we starting to get a feel for his type. Just like over time, I start getting a feel for Shoddy. Just keep talking. I'm gonna get a feel for you.
You want to have guys that no matter what scheme they're in, they can be significant contributors, and then you want to just highlight it around their strengths.
You mentioned those core beliefs, philosophies. What are those for you, one or two?
Yeah, I think definitely want to stop the run and affecting the quarterback. I think are the two most important things you can do. You affect the quarterback.
Oh, wait.
Definitely want to stop the run and affecting the quarterback. Definitely want to stop the run and affecting the quarterback. Definitely want to stop the run and affecting the quarterback. I think are the two most important things you can do.
If that's the two most important things we should do, shouldn't we be pushing for that? Hold on, wait. If you say you love your Cowboys, and if you really excited about the Christian Parker hire, and he just told you the two most important things to him, shouldn't we be fighting for that for him?
Take it easy on my back.
Is he trench focused? I done played you 4 clips already where he's all in trenches. And Henny right, the DTs are already handled. You ain't got to worry about DT. That's fine. But you got to worry about something else.
Affect the quarterback by stopping the run. Sometimes affecting the quarterback.
Wait. What? Say that again.
Definitely want to stop the run and affecting the quarterback. I think are the two most important things you can do. You affect the quarterback by stopping the run. Sometimes affecting the quarterback comes through pressure. Sometimes it comes through disguise. Sometimes it comes through just the talent that you're able to have and the ability to play, the play style. But I think those two things are where it starts, because if you can stop the run, you can get teams in predictable downs on second, get back on track, and in third and longs, then you have more schematic versatility. If we're playing a whole bunch of 3rd and 2s and 3rd and 3s, usually those aren't the defenses that are successful.
Man. Yep. We should be going top shelf. I totally agree. We should be going top shelf. Top shelf.
But if you can win first down and you're strong in the fundamentals, we're getting off blocks, we're tackling, we're attacking the football, we're situationally aware, those are the ones that are successful.
Those are the ones that are successful. And once again, you can hear that old soul. You can clearly hear that old soul. He definitely talks. Yeah, Trey should be up there, Henny. He should be like, cause see, I know why he ain't pushing for that, because you get to keep your picks. Makes sense. Makes sense. Or you would have to build through free agency. And when I did the film breakdown, Trey and Crosby wasn't like massively different to where I would just be just like, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, they both dope. It's just Crosby had a way better motor. You know what I'm saying? Way better. But both of them are extremely dope. I'm aiming high as hell, bro. So, now check this, because I want to now kind of get to some real stuff. I want to kind of debunk some myths right now. See, because it was a lot of people that was, this is shoddy. This is shoddy. This is all on shoddy. This is shoddy was the one. This is not Jerry. Jerry is not involved. Jerry didn't have his hand in the process. This is a shoddy search.
So the LLS Cowboys, first Shotty, talked about the trust that Jerry and those guys showed in you to lead the process.
You see? Because that's what everybody was thinking. The trust that Jerry had in you to lead this thing, because that's what everybody was saying, right? You're right. I was arguing with Bobby Bell about this. Like, nah, bro, I could see Jerry fingerprints on this shit, dog. Gannon was definitely not a shoddy guy. Absolutely not. It's like, bro, we know shoddy pattern, dog. That shit didn't fit. So of course Clarence is gonna come out, and Clarence gonna come out like, he allowed you to lead the process. Listen.
Well, again, I think, Jerry and Steve and I, grew very close over the years. Just we had real conversations, as you know, Clarence, and spent a lot of time together. But we did this together. And
boss, see, you content creators, y'all be spreading hate. This was 100% shoddy. Shut up, Negro. You don't know what you're talking about. Shut up. You're just being negative. And I showed y'all that Jerry blocked Flores. Boy, Jerry was involved. Jerry.
It was awesome, and the process was awesome. And I'm not being funny when I say, like, to get Jerry to be willing to sit in on 40-something interviews, was extremely, I was stoked. I was so excited that he wanted to dive deep into the weeds with us and go into the fundamentals and the techniques and all those things we talked about. And, we stayed in constant communication, and that's how you feel great about it. And like I said, like we told all the cans when they came in, for us, we felt like last year we were able to build a program on offense, and we wanted to build a program on defense where you're self-sustaining. You've got great coaches, and when we win, which we're going to win, and we're going to compete for Super Bowls, people come after your staffs. You look at what Seattle and some of those teams are dealing with right now, and you want to have the infrastructure and the people underneath to where you promote from within more times than not. And so it was a great process, and they were in it along the way, along with a few other guys. And I believe in the process. I'm a process guy, and I think we hit a home run with this guy.
I love it. Now, Jade, ooh, it was 2 questions that was completely messy, dog. Check this out. Listen to this.
Coach, given the excitement of this hire, I couldn't help but notice that Jerry and Steven aren't here. Was that intentional?
Jade, take it easy.
Take it easy on my back.
Jade, did y'all kick them out the room? Wait.
Coach, given the excitement of this hire, I couldn't help but notice that Jerry and Steven aren't here. Was that intentional?
Take it easy, Jade.
Take it easy on my back.
See, only national reporters could ask that. Them locals would never ask that. Only national reporters could ask that. And the answer was just as revealing.
You'd have to ask them. I know.
Ooh, shotting them to kick Jerry ass out. Yeah, yes.
You want answers?
Yes, I do. He said you gotta ask them. No, sir. And shout out to Brian, man. Shout out to Brian and Christian Parker, but more so shout out to Brian. Because see, Brian set this precedent last year. See, I don't know if y'all remember, but after the draft, Jerry got up there and started contradicting Brian. A lot of people don't remember that. So Brian was talking about having a culture of competition, right? And Jerry got up there and started contradicting him on the spot. I can play the clip. I ain't gonna do it. But he contradicted him. Boy, the next time Shotty came out, he was by himself. He said, man, get y'all. Go back upstairs. Go back upstairs. Go back upstairs. Christian Parker and Jerry was like, Christian Parker and Brian was like, no. Yeah, he did shut all that down. Yeah, he talking about competition, boy. See, Brian is at least trying. He's trying. Cause see, I see the balancing act that he's doing. This is the balancing act that he's doing. He's giving Jerry credit for being a part of the interview, but he's also saying, stay away. Stay away. We don't need too many voices right now. We need the voice of my DC, and we need my voice. We don't need you and Steven voice right now. We are the face of the team. Let us work. Good job, Brian. For Brian. But you gonna have to ask them. Now listen, it get even deeper though. It get even deeper. Watch this. I love this question by Jane.
So I'll be more direct. Is this, for all of us that are looking at this is a little different. Is that intentional in the sense that he wants to make this, give you a little bit more of the reins?
Do he want to give you more of the reins? Y'all listen to this answer. Matter of fact, I'm gonna turn off the music because I want to make sure y'all hear this. Will you have more of the reins?
I don't think so. No, Jerry's very involved. You guys know that.
Was I the only one that heard that? Huh? Boss, this is shoddy. Boss, if he picked Gannon, that was because Shoddy wanted it. Y'all remember me and Bobby Bett was going back and forth on Twitter about that? And I was saying Gannon wasn't no damn Shoddy guy. Yes, he is. If one of those guys a pick, it's because Shoddy wanted it. Let's listen to Shoddy.
So I'll be more direct. Is this, for all of us that are looking at this is a little different. is that intentional in the sense that he wants to make this, give you a little bit more of the reins?
I don't think so. No, Jerry's very involved. You guys know that. But at the end of the day, this was a great hire for the Cowboys. We were all involved in it, and I wouldn't read too much the fact that he's not here.
So I'll be more direct. Is this?
Oh, okay. He said, "Talking about why didn't I play? Why didn't I play with Jerry? Wasn't at the last two." I mean, because I just played him where he said he was at the 40. I mean, like, damn. I mean, because I just played him say that Jerry's. Why do I got to play that? See, y'all still want to go back to trying to hope and believe that this is Shoddy independent, even though Shoddy himself is saying that he's not independent, and he's saying that Jerry is very involved. Now, Shoddy playing this smart because he playing to Jerry ego. Because if he say this all me, Jerry don't like it like that. Jerry want credit. So what he doing is he giving him credit. Jerry was involved. So when it worked, he don't care. He gonna let Jerry take the credit. But let's stop pretending like Shoddy was moving 100% independent. He wasn't. We were saying he wasn't. And it was obvious he wasn't. But a lot of people just wanted to feel good. So they kept, this is all Shoddy. This is Shoddy. Shoddy is making all these interviews on his own. This is not Jerry. No, Jerry was involved. All right, so here we go. I'm not putting my head in the sand. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not doing that. I'm not. No, we all need to know that. See, we need to know that Jerry's involved so that we can also say, let Shoddy cook. We got to let him cook. But if you under the illusion that he's not involved, you not go fight for Shoddy. He said Jerry being in 40 minutes means more than Jerry missed. See this. That boy Henny, boy. Yeah, ain't that some bullshit, Henny? Jerry being in 4 meetings, but did you talk about he missed 2 of them, boss? Oh my God, damn. Man, you left that out that he missed 2. The motherfucker made 40. He missed 2. But boss, he wasn't involved, boss, because he missed 2. You left that out. You content creators, you're just trying to stir up stuff. You're just trying to take away the joy of us fans. Now, some of us just trying to wake y'all up, bro, to the reality of the meddling. He said, oh, not my part. I was just asking for context. You was just asking for context? I don't think you was just asking for context. What you was doing, just trying to make me look like I was embellishing. Nah, I wasn't embellishing. I showed 40. The 40 was the context. You didn't need the 2 because you had 40. You was doing something else. Now, I want to show y'all that fights are coming. And fights are good. Fights are good. So, y'all should see from our fights that fights are good. I'm much better at presenting because I've taken punches in fights. It's times I was debating, especially within the last couple of weeks, people like Henny, and I'm better because of that fight. My attention to detail is better because it was some places I slipped. That boy said I ain't realize how fine Jane is. Boy, you late? Ooh. Man, she been cold. But anyway, let me get back to the business. So yeah, going back to, so me and him been fighting, right? and I took some punches. I've delivered some punches, obviously, because I do both. I take punches, I deliver punches. But at the same time, I said this, but whenever I fight people, some of them go come over to me, and I'm gonna come over to them. Because that's what fight's supposed to do. So like, I was doing a presentation the other day, and D.A. Lee tightened me up. He tightened me up on something I was off. Factually, I was a little bit off, right? When I was talking about Tank being on the books. And he was like, "Nah, boss, he not on the books. He was a free agent," or something like that. And I already had it up, but then ChatGPT said that he was on the books. But I didn't ask ChatGPT for the source. See what I'm saying? So D.A. Lee tightened me up. So it moved me closer to the truth. And that's what fights do. And fights are good. Because if we embrace the fights, we all become better. The key is this, and I said this the other day. The key is fighting to get it right versus fighting to be right. See, some people on this Pickens debate, they fighting to be right. They not fighting to get it right. So they don't acknowledge none of our points, right? They'll say stuff like, "This is how I know some of y'all fighting to be right." When you say, "I can't believe you're fighting to get this offense worse on purpose." When you say that without acknowledging that we've been also pushing for Crosby and giving you options, and quality options at wide receiver too, you just trying to be right. Because ain't nobody listen to my content, and ain't nobody hear me talk about ever a trade for Pickens without a solution to get y'all a dope number 2 at the same time. But if you just trying to be right and you got your mind made up on Pickens, you not debating to get it right, you debating to be right. So if you make up your mind and say, "I just want Pickens," I'm not even gonna debate you. I'm gonna be like, "Bro, you got your mind made up." I'm not gonna debate somebody who already closed-minded to other ideas. I'm not gonna even do it. Because that person is debating to be right. Now, I need to talk to people who want to get it right. And so fights are coming, for sure.
But that only happens, Christy, through long nights, hard conversations, disagreements, arguments. That happens in our business, but you work through it, and it takes someone. But that only happens, Christy, through long nights, hard conversations, disagreements, arguments. That happens in our business, but that only happens, Christy, through long nights, hard conversations, disagreements, arguments. That happens in our business, but you work through it, and it takes someone like a Clayton Adams, someone like a Christian Parker to work through those arguments and to get everybody aligned and going in the same direction. But it's a long task, and I think we've started it. But like I said, we're just getting started, and the biggest piece we're in right now, they're getting ready to do playbook, but right now it's personnel driven.
See, let me show y'all a fight that low-key happened. I guarantee most people didn't see it. One of the messiest questions showed that a fight is coming. Let me change the vibe real quick. And somebody asked, could we have both Pickens and Crosby? Likely, no. And if you did, it'd be very short. Like maybe 1 year. You would be rushing to get somebody off your books. And see, let me tell you why. A lot of people don't know why. It's a reason why a lot of teams don't have a lot of max contracts. The reason why they don't is because max contracts with them max players, they balloon real fast and they balloon real big. So if you put too many of them of your books, you destroy your future. That's what most teams gonna have at most 2. Only one team got 3 players over 30 million on the APY. Yeah. So, you know, a lot of people say the cap is a myth. If it was, you would see a lot more teams load up on superstars, at least for 1 or 2 years, and you don't see that. Yeah, you got it. You got it. You got it. You got it. But the 2 picks on defense question, that showed the fight. Boy, y'all say, listen, man, this is, I told y'all we got executives. People that come on this channel, bro, they be keeping up, bro. I'm talking about this dude called it. Don't know. This dude called it. That's exactly what happened. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I'm gonna kill the music. Watch this. Listen.
Jerry promised you that the first 2 picks would be on defense?
No, he didn't.
Thank goodness.
What? You hear Shotty? You hear Shotty? Wait, listen.
Jerry promised you that the first 2 picks would be on defense?
No, he didn't.
Thank goodness.
Are you going to be campaigning for that?
Absolutely.
Ooh, fight is coming. He said, did Jerry promise you the first 2 picks of? No, he didn't. Shot in the back say, thank goodness. Ooh. Bruh. And see, you know, that's natural. That's natural. Listen, see, people thought I was joking last year when I was telling y'all, I was like, there's an obvious fight going on for pick 12. It was an obvious fight. Now, it was obvious to me. It wasn't obvious to a lot of people. The first sign that I knew a fight was kicking off is when they brought in Booker the very last week on the 30 visit. Do y'all remember that? Let me turn off the music. Y'all remember that? People forgot they brought in Booker the week of the draft for a 30 visit. I was like, hold on, bro. Like, now, remember at that time, we had like 4 guards that they picked up. 4 guards. And people kept saying, why they bring in Booker? They already got 4 guards. It was like, it was the quality. The quality of them guards was. And Shotty was like, quit playing with me with these swipe left guards. I got that from Lou. Swipe left. You know how you doing them dating apps? Yeah, I see y'all saying love. I ain't mad at it. I am not mad at it. Talk to me. I'm not mad at the love. Swipe left. Get this. Yeah. Not my type. And they brought in Booker. And that's what I said. They fighting, bruh. I said, they fighting, bruh. You don't bring in a top 12 guy at the last week when you got 4 guards on. Unless Shotty was saying,
oh, hell no.
The other clue, they was clearly fighting. People don't remember this, but the day before the draft, when they all came out and sat down, I love what y'all saying with love. I love what y'all saying with love. I see y'all pushing love. I'm not mad at that. Man, y'all can't ask me no draft questions like that. But no, don't ask me. What was I say? Would you pick a love over any one of these corners? It's too early to ask me that, bro. Give me about 2 more weeks, bro. I can't answer that right now. But remember the day before the draft, everybody came in and they was looking funny and shit. They had that look like you have when you've been fighting with your lady before y'all walk in church. They had that kind of vibe. They had that kind of vibe. They had that vibe like they've been fighting. And Steven had the worst body language. He was folding his arms. He was doing all kind of passive aggressive stuff. He was messing with his face, right? And Shotty said, and I ain't gonna never forget Jerry look. He said, "Have we ever took this long to get the board together?" I said, "Ooh." See, people ain't peeped that. He said, "Have we ever took this long?" They was fighting like that. Hey man, I feel you on this love of Josh Jacobs. Oh man, I got to do a film session on Josh. I got to see if he worth that. But yeah, I got to look at him. But I love what y'all saying. I love how y'all talking about running back, man. I'm feeling y'all. I'm feeling y'all right now. I'm loving the running back talk in the chat. I'm loving the running back talk in the chat. Oh man. And Jerry said, he said, "Have we ever taken this long?" That's because obviously Shotty was fighting for Booker. And I did a show. I said last minute fight for pick 12. And then after they made the pick, it was reports that came out that it was Shotty that was standing on the table for Booker. True story. So it's some fights coming, y'all. I know everybody think, oh yeah, Shotty, Brian, they're getting ready to beat Ace Boone Coons. Oh no. You gotta fight, bro. You gotta put them dukes up. And you gotta deal with men who willing to fight. That's why I love going head up with Landlord and Henny. Cause they some OGs. They down to fight. It's a whole lot of people that's scared to box. That's why I respect a lot of y'all that been calling in boxing. Y'all been calling in like never before to box, and I love it. I love it. Some of y'all made some good points too. Some of y'all really did. Y'all talked me down on a couple of things. Let Shotty cook. Absolutely. Yeah. But, oh, you say show the footage? I would have to pull it up. I could, but it would be awkward silence. But I could show it. Hold on. Y'all want me to show it? Let me see. I think I can find it fast. Give me a second. Y'all give me a second. Tay says show it. I like that. Cause I got all my stuff organized. I know when the draft was. It was the day before the draft. Hold on real quick. Day one press conference clips after pick. No, I need the one before the pick. So I said tug of war at 12. Hold on real quick. Okay. So I found this real quick. So you got to be organized to do content, man. You got to be able to pull up stuff quick. See, he came in at the very last minute. Yup. I said, wait. Hold on real quick. Draft week. I think I got it right here. I found it. Damn, boy. That boy good. Damn, that boy good. All right, here we go. Let me play it. She said, go play the clip, boss. Stop talking about it. Play that shit. All right, here we go.
Brian, how much do you want to get speed, more speed on your offense?
Oh, see, people got to remember this part. See, remember, it was a battle between Matthew Golden and Booker, and he asked him about speed, and Shotty gonna be like, psh, psh, speed. Watch. Shotty was clearly fighting. Watch this.
Brian, how much do you want to get speed, more speed on your offense?
It's always something you look at, Todd. At the end of the day, this is an exciting time of year. Speed in this league is important. It's not the only way to do it.
Look at Steven's face. Man, I wasn't lying.
The one thing about speed, it gives you something you don't.
Did I tell you he was biting his lip, had all that weird body language? I told y'all, man, I be peeping all that shit. Look.
Have to coach, and so the way we're going to play and the style that we're going to play, speed is an advantage.
Look at Shotty's face. It's advantage. You know. he wasn't trying to give Matthew Golden no clap. He wasn't trying to give Matthew Golden no clap. And she say Steven is melting. He was melting right there. People thought I was making it up, and you see I got it labeled tug of war confirmed. Tug of war, yeah. But you're just being negative. They didn't have no tug of war. Shit.
But it's not the only thing that we look at. And again, to speak to what Jerry and Steven and really Will were talking about, I've thoroughly enjoyed the process. The conversations, the disagreements.
The disagreements. Oh yeah, hell yeah! I remember that Rebel. Talk about when he was drinking in that empty water bottle. Hey, I ain't gonna show that one. I'm digging too much into the weeds, but yeah, y'all remember that? Yeah. Everybody said Steven was like, Dad! Yeah, he was, bro. Yeah, he was. I want my Matthew Golden. I want my Matthew Golden. Man, Shotty was shitting on it. Look.
The conversations, the disagreements.
The disagreements, yeah, because they was fighting.
Enjoyed the process, the conversations, the disagreements, quite honestly, and then watching the kind of the conviction when you ultimately put the final grade on a player it's been awesome. And
see, he say watching the conviction when you put the final grade on a player, because they was fighting about Matthew Golden versus Booker. Clearly. Clearly. Well, it wasn't clear to everybody. It was some people that was acting like they wasn't fighting. No, they was fighting, dog. They was fighting. And the person, hey man, hold on real quick. Let me show y'all some more. I didn't mean to go this deep. Y'all you gotta blame Tay for that. Hold on real quick. She the one said pull it. So she got me in this rabbit hole. Hold on, I got a couple more. Hold on real quick. Should I show y'all this? Because y'all digging me out of my show now. Y'all started to dig me out of my show. All right. But, okay, I'm going to show y'all this. Because all I'm doing is giving y'all the receipts, all right? I'm big on that. Y'all should appreciate that. But let me show y'all a couple of more receipts. And remember, I told y'all after Jerry contradicted Brian, the next press conference, Brian starts showing up by himself. Watch this. See, watch Brian talk about competition and then watch Jerry talk about competition. He's going to clearly contradict Brian Schottenheimer. Now, this was after the pick was made. And they go ask him about competition. Because, you know, Jerry and them, a lot of times, they kind of got a little bit of a good old boy mentality where if they pay you, they go force you out there. And Brian was trying to have an environment of pure competition. He's still fighting with that. He's still not over that fight. He's still going through that. But I'm finna show it right here, Rebel, with the water bottle. Watch this. Watch this. I'm gonna turn off the music because I want y'all to peep this. Watch this.
Nick Harris, Forward Star Telegram. First one's for Brian. You said in Florida that no jobs are being given out on this team. Tyler Booker, is it as easy as throwing him in the right guard competition, or is this kind of a call to the entire offensive line that things could be changed?
Yeah, you know, our motto is compete every day, and that doesn't matter whether you're Dak Prescott, Micah Parsons, it doesn't matter. But when you see the traits that this young man has, he's...
Look at Steven's face. Wait. When he said compete every day, look at Steven's face when he say compete.
Scott, Micah Parsons, it doesn't matter. But when you see the traits that this young man has, he's going to come in, he's going to compete for it. And from every stop, playing in high school, going to IMG, going to Alabama, he's always found his way into the starting lineup. And again, I'm not just excited about the player, I'm extremely excited about the person.
So you heard Jerry start talking, right? Jerry is finna contradict him. All right. So he talked about competing every day. Did Jerry just step in? Watch this.
You have to make a decision when you're paying them how they're going to compete for the spot.
And then Shotty grabbed that water. Now that water empty. This is what Rebel talked about. See, this is how you know it's nervous energy. It is no water in that bottle. And he finna start sipping on that. Cause he like, shit, what he finna say? Jesus, don't let him contradict my core message. Please don't let him contradict my core message. And watch him grab that water bottle. Watch this.
How they're going to compete for the spot.
It is no water in there.
So
he's still like it's no water here. If you see me doing this, it's really it's nothing in here. He's sipping air, bro.
When you make a commitment,
he ain't drinking no water. He like, please, God, please don't say nothing, Jerry.
Of a first round pick, or you make a commitment of a certain salary, you do want competition, okay? But you're
Look at that body language, bro. Like you can see. When I tell you fights coming. Hold on, wait. That's the wrong one. When I tell you, listen, y'all. See, I don't be making stuff up, bro. When I do content, I be having receipts to this, bro. Look, fights are coming, dog. It's gonna be fights up and down. It's gonna be fights up and down. See, a lot of people under the illusion thinking, oh, Shotty and Christian Parker, and it's finna be kumbaya. No, it's finna get gangster.
In the house that you've got your winner in any kind of competition.
Look at it.
Out there. Just logic.
He literally contradicted him to his face. After this, Brian started coming out by himself. So then when you look at what Jane asks, it makes sense. CCP. Jane being messy. Jane peeping the game. Y'all just might not be peeping the game. She peeping the game.
Coach, given the excitement of this hire, I couldn't help but notice that Jerry and Steven aren't here. Was that intentional?
You'd have to ask them. I know.
They kicked them out. Likely. Allegedly. See, listen, man, I'm showing y'all the receipts, man. I'm glad y'all pushed me to go find them receipts for y'all. But nah, this is another thing. I'm just showing y'all the dope observations. One of the dopest observations about Christian Parker to me is I saw a person that was determined to move with stealth. I saw the art of saying a lot of nothing, and that was genius by him. I love that. See, I love Brian, but I'm gonna be honest. Brian talk too much. He does. Like, Brian will give it away. Like, remember in his first press conference, Brian literally gave the details of everything he was going to be doing. Cut splits, motion, he talked about his scheme, and he literally did everything that he did everything he said in his first press conference. But if you listen to Parker was different. Parker was, I'm gonna give you an answer, but it's really not an answer. Like when Brian said he's wise above his years, you can see it. He's not just talking. So watch this. I'm gonna give you a couple examples of it. He did it like 4 times where he gave an answer, but it was literally no answer. Listen.
Obviously, your experience is pretty deep. Brian mentioned Vic Fangio, but also Vance Joseph, even Mike Elko. How do you see those guys playing into you building this scheme and call sheet for the first time in your career? And then where do you see your little nuances coming into play as well?
Yeah, a lot of them have a lot of similarities but differences. I think foundationally, Vic Vance, Mike Pettin, Coach Elko, Ajero Evero all came out of a 3-4 structure. I think that once you get past that, from the fronts you build and the coverages you do and the personality on third down, red zone, you definitely have a mentality as a play caller, but I think that it's still going to be designed around the players that you have. So there's different nuances that I've taken from each one of them. And even people outside of that, as I've had extensive studies and you build relationships outside of the circle you've been in that you want to incorporate with what you want to do.
He never answered the question. I love it. I love it. Somebody say it's that same water bottle. Man, see, it's that little stuff you gotta peep. It's like he ain't giving away nothing. They ask, how's them coaches gonna affect you? I just took a lot from everybody, basically. Didn't say nothing. He didn't give no clue. The only thing which everybody could see coming, it was gonna have a 3-4. Everybody saw that coming. You can see that from the coaches. So this, and remember, I showed y'all this before about Parker. I did a show about silent on purpose. Silent on purpose. If you go research Philly is like Fort Knox when it comes down. They don't let nothing out. So he's hardwired to be.
Obviously, your experience is pretty deep. Brian mentioned it.
He's hardwired to be. Shotty more of a, yeah, we're gonna do this, and I like Brian Flores because he start telling you everything. The good thing about that is we also know how to get Shotty back. That's the good thing about Shotty being clear. That's one thing that's real good. When Shotty is clear on what he wants, then we can fight for what he wants. When Shotty says, I want games are won and lost in the trenches, then that focused me on Booker. I'm like, well, that guy. You right? That focused me on One Tech. Respect One Tech. And I kept saying, and people was mad at me. I kept saying, because people wanted to believe in Tua, the young Jay. They wanted to believe in Jay, the rookie. And I kept saying, they doing Shotty wrong. Rebel, you remember me saying that? Remember me saying, man, they doing Shotty wrong. Everybody else was like, oh no, they building a dream team. And I kept saying, nah, they doing them wrong. And they, what you mean, boss? You just being negative. I'm like, bro, this man said games are won and lost in the trenches, and y'all giving him Mozzie and Jay? See, when you really listen to the coaches, you know how to have their back. And me, Hen, Jake Tuck, it wasn't a lot of us. It wasn't a lot. Rebel, shit, man, we picked up them bullets and was like, we got on that Twitter, we started hashtagging hard. Respect One Tech. But what I'm loving about Christian is showing that he go be tight-lipped. I like that. He's tight-lipped. He go talk like he's saying stuff, but he actually ain't saying nothing.
Are you a sideline guy or booth guy? Is there a philosophy behind?
Look, are you a sideline guy or a booth guy? Right? That's an easy answer. Watch this.
Whichever that'll be.
We've discussed that. I think we'll try some different methods. So I don't want to commit to anything in that regard.
Let's go. That boy say, I ain't telling you nothing. He don't even want to tell you if he gonna be on the sideline or not. We talked about that.
Are you a sideline guy or booth guy? Is there a philosophy behind whichever that'll be?
We've discussed that. I think we'll try some different methods. So I don't want to commit to anything in that regard.
You don't think he know what he is?
About the Zooms that you've had.
You don't think he know what he is? You don't think he know by now what type of coach he want to be? So I am seeing the wisdom that Shotty talked about. Couple of things that's showing that wisdom. How he talks like he's done it when he's never done it. The other thing that he clearly showed from that press conference, he showed that he's not finna be singing and giving away the secrets just because he's excited over cameras and microphones. He's a man that seems to be all football. Was he in there chi-chiing and hee-heeing and kikiing and trying to charm like Brian? Nah, he was all business, answers to the point, next question. I'm not trying to charm y'all. I'm not trying to charm y'all like Brian. And I'm not saying nothing wrong with what Brian does. I think Brian is wise how he handles it too. But I'm just showing you my observation that boy Christian looked like, I'm here for business. I'm here for nothing else but business. I'm here to put my head down and get this team where it need to be. Wasn't a bunch of kikiing, ha ha ha, none of that. I saw the art of saying a lot of nothing, and I loved it. Good job. Good job. He didn't give away hardly anything. Now, hold on. This is my last bit. Yeah, y'all know I say my best for last. Y'all know that. Just giving y'all my observation from the press conference. Let me get my vibe right. All right. Now I'm going to give y'all my observations about Parker. First observation. My boy kept them earrings in. Shit. That boy though with the Louis glasses. Why is that important? Why is that important? Why is him expressing himself the way he's always done? That boy keep them earrings in. Shotty said that boy got a shoe closet. Boss, why are you talking about culture and urban culture? Because that's also a reflection of good leadership. He himself. And he dealing with a coach who's letting him be himself. He's with a coach that's like, you're a brother. Be a brother. See, don't take offense to this, but I'm going to just tell y'all the truth. We knew when people said they was going to protest Kaepernick that it wasn't going to do shit. All them New Balance ass people that was out there. Oh man, I'm finna protest the NFL. I'm never buying Nike again. Y'all don't buy Nikes in the first place. We do. Different people wear different shoes, but in Dallas, Texas, we wear Nikes. Y'all protesting wasn't gonna do nothing. And guess who sponsored Kaepernick? Nike. Because they knew. They knew who, yeah. And that shot it like, don't take them earrings out. Keep them in. You gonna relate better with your men. Most of this team black. Be black. Be what you are. Be what you came up as. If you're a dude that like urban gear and you got a whole shoe closet, do it. You ain't gonna see Christian Parker nowhere without them studs in his ear. first. So I'm just giving you my observations real quick. I'm just giving you my Parker observations. And it's dope. It's dope what Shotty doing. Shotty the one that said he has a shoe closet. A shoe. See, man, listen, man. A lot of people don't understand how shoes is a major part of the black culture. Oh, wait, did I say it? Yes, I did. Because it's true. And I'm just keeping it real, bro. That's why a lot of women of other cultures love black men, because we are peacocks, man. We flashy. That's who we are. It's okay. Kanye was not lying when he said it's in a black man's soul to rock that gold. He was telling the truth. You can look at the hieroglyphics and tell that it's in our soul to do that. And then am I saying we better than anybody? No. Nope. I'm just saying Shotty isn't allowing him to be authentically and unapologetically himself. That don't make him better than Shotty. That don't make Shotty better than him. But it's good leadership. That's my first observation. My second observation is Parker's pure passion for football. Listen.
You know, I think just passion for the game. You know, I love football. I love everything it brings. Game day practice, the late nights watching film, all that stuff. And then you kind of find this happy medium, and it never feels like work.
Oh, I love that. I love that. David, my boy David. And you know, David, a white guy. My boy David. Shout out to David, man. My boy David. David been rocking us for a minute too, man. He been rocking for us a minute. Let me show his comment. I can't pull up your comment, but I'm gonna just read it. He said, Jerry, leave him alone. Let the brother bling. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, man. Let the brother bling. There it is. Let me show my brother comment. Yeah. I'm gonna say, let them bling. Yeah, man. Let them be them, man. Don't try to turn them corporate. See, cause Shotty to a degree like that. Let's think about it. Shotty, he wore brims. He put his hat backwards. So it would be super hypocritical for him to be over here like, man, take them earrings out. We're professional. See, Jerry will do some bullshit like that. But Shotty like, man, I wear visors, bro. I be having my brim to the back, bro. I be out here. He be out there having fun with them dudes. You remember on one of the things they said they liked about Quinn? They said Quinn always has some J's on. See, sometimes it's them little things, man. But now let me go back to this passion.
I find this happy medium, and it never feels like work.
And see, I love that. Cause see, I'm gonna be honest, content never feels like work to me. Doing content about football, it never feels like work. The prep, the study, looking at film, I'm relaxing when I do that. Some people be like, boss, man, y'all work hard. I'd be like, actually, I don't. It's hard work, but if you love it, it's not work. Work is everything else to do content, or to talk football, or to be in football. But when you love football, my observation about Parker is when you love football, it's exactly what he said. It don't feel like work. And you honestly start feeling like you cheating. You be like, I get paid to talk about football. I'm cheating. This is my other observation.
No, we met when we had joint practice when I was in Denver in 2022. There was like a little coaches mixer at Ocean Prime out there in the Denver Tech area.
Because they asked him, have you met Shotty before? Now, listen to all the details as he talking about it. Listen.
Ever met?
Somebody said, who the elf that criticized Shotty to having his hat on backwards? Believe me, they're out there. Believe me. Believe me, sir. It's 1,000 people that's out there. I want my coaches, boy, you better know what you're dealing with. This is the Dallas Cowboys, man. We got so many super rural fans. You better understand that. Why you think so many people had a problem with Haley Sutton when she came out with them braids? Oh, y'all don't remember that? Haley came out with a yellow dress and them braids, and they start getting all kind of letters. I don't like how she represent the Cowboys. I don't like those braids. Why you think when Shotty was out there and he was playing rap music every day at practice, every day, and them practices was lit? They were talking about the energy was high, everybody was hitting, everybody was moving fast. What Jerry do? Came in there and put on some Dolly Parton. And it's a true story. I ain't make that up. That's a true story. True story. But listen to this. I'm going to show you something about him, though.
No, we met when we had joint practice when I was in Denver in 2022. There was like a little coaches mixer at Ocean Prime out there in the Denver Tech area. We met real quick.
See how smart he is?
So he like, you remember that? Now, see, hold on now. Let's put context with it. This is 2022. What was Shotty in 2022? Shotty was a nobody. Oh, you went to Red Oak with Sutton? I know you like them snows, Common Sense. Common Sense, you be killing me on them snows. You killing me, bro. But see, Shotty was a nobody. That's why Shotty was like, you remember that? It was a whole bunch of coaches. And you remembered me like that? When I was a nobody? Yeah, you remember me when Mike McCarthy was pulling me out the dirt just to give me a consulting job? You remember me when I was trying to work my way back up? You remember that? That's why Shotty was like, man, this dude here got a computer brain. Look.
No, we met when we had joint practice when I was in Denver in 2022. There was like a little coaches mixer at Ocean Prime out there in the Denver Tech area.
And see, my daddy always told me the way that you start recognizing intelligence in people is when you start seeing people that know the details for no reason. They just know the details for no reason. We was at Ocean Prime. It was a Sunday around 1 o'clock. It was August the 5th. It was a sunny day. My dad told me, he said that's when you're dealing with them high IQ people, when they know details for no reasons. My oldest brother like that. My oldest brother, he'll say, I was 11 years old, and he'll tell you the date. He said, I was 11. I got off the bus. The bus number was 2825. I said, you remember the bus number when you was 11? Yeah. See, it's certain people, they brain. So when people say intelligence, this is what they're talking about. When they say you can see and sense the intelligence. You know what I mean? Like the first time my dad showed me that, we was just watching Bill Clinton. Regardless of your politics, don't get caught up in that right now. Just hear me out. Don't get caught up in politics, Democrat, Republican. Don't get caught up in that. I'm just talking about intelligence. And me and my dad were just watching Clinton. We were just watching him on an interview. And he just paused it. He said, notice how he remember all the details on every question. Like down to the day. And I started noticing that. I was like, damn, he doing that. They would ask Bill a question. He would say, yeah, that was August the 8th. Yeah, in 2001. Yeah. That's what we looking at right now when I say Parker observations. So I'm trying to from this press conference, I'm trying to show y'all moments of that.
We met real quick.
See how smart he is? I
See?
wouldn't remember.
See, shot over there like, damn.
Never met.
No, we met when we had joint practice when I was in Denver in 2022. There was like a little coaches mixer at Ocean Prime out there in the Denver Tech area. We met real quick.
See how smart he is? I wouldn't remember that.
We met.
He said we met real quick. Like, so he remembered the details of Shotty that was up and coming, the nobody Shotty. Not Shotty, King of the Cowboys, the highest profile job. No, this was nobody Shotty in 22.
Ocean Prime out there in the Denver Tech area. We met real quick.
See how smart he is? I wouldn't remember that.
We met real quick. But that was a.
See, he said I was a consultant. See, ooh, and see that's impressive. He like, bro, he had no reason to remember all them details like that. He had no reason. It just shows you his brain capacity. I'm keeping it real, y'all. I ain't kissing Christian ass. This is just real. Dude got like, so when people talk about his brain, this is what they're talking about, bro. Like Shotty, and Shotty has a good brain. That's why Shotty was like, damn.
Never met.
No, we met when we had joint practice when I was in Denver in 2022. There was like a little coaches mixer at Ocean Prime out there in the Denver Tech area. We met real quick.
See how smart he is? I wouldn't remember that.
We met real quick. But that was a, just quick handshake.
See, he was trying to make that point. A lot of people didn't catch that point. You see what I'm saying? He was trying to make that point. He was like, I was a consultant. He was like, damn, he remembered me when I was nobody.
It was a, just quick handshake.
And see, you telling me that didn't make Brian feel good? You telling me that didn't touch Brian? That didn't make Brian say, damn, I made the right decision with this guy. You see what I'm saying?
Ocean Prime out there in the Denver Tech area. We met real quick.
See how smart he is? I wouldn't remember that.
We met real quick. But that was a, just quick handshake introduction. There was a bunch of other people around during that time, but actually having, conversation and talking football and everything else, this process.
I like their vibe. I like both of their vibe together. I see a different vibe. They different, but they... See, Christian is kind of all business. He's all business. Shotty is charm, but he also all business. They both are business. They just got two different styles. I like the fit. I think they go do well. I just hopefully this don't get blown up too fast. Cause let's be honest, man. Shotty should have had this last year, bro. Yeah. And she said Shotty was flattered. Yeah, he was. He was. Yeah, he was. He like, damn, that dude remember me when I was a consultant. When I was just a fly on the wall, just trying to make my way and stay in coaching. Yeah, different style, same message. Yeah, I see two different styles. Like Christian is like, I'm just here for business, bro. That was the first time I saw Christian really smile. That's the first time he smiled, that whole press conference. Shotty always smiling. He always charming. Christian is just business. This the last clip. And then I say the rest for my videos.
I think that, playoff football, especially, in the elements, that's when the real defenses definitely show up in January and February.
Ooh. Let me turn off this music. I need to drive this home a little bit.
I think that, playoff football, especially, in the elements, that's when the real defenses definitely show up in January and February. But you definitely want to, try to approach the offseason and training camp.
One more time.
I think that, playoff football, especially, in the elements, that's when the real defenses definitely show up in.
Shout out to Cowboy Joe. Shout out to Cowboy Joe. Shout out to Lou. People that have been really pushing that winter is coming. See, a lot of the stuff we've been talking about is about preparing for winter ball. It's a reason why people that's serious about championships say that games are won and lost in the trenches. Because the elements will take away finesse ball. And we have to remember that. Your coach is coming in with that on top of his mind. Not in the back of his mind. On the forefront of his mind. He talked about the elements. Now, it ain't been a lot of people pushing and talking about how to prepare for winter. When Seattle was in that cold, what did they do? They got behind the defense and they got behind the running game. And I know we having a war right now. We having a civil war. Crosby and Trey, and should we be even open to trading some of that offense to put that on defense? Pickett's the main name, but it should be way more than him willing to be sacrificed. We should be willing to sacrifice Ferg, Williams. Yeah, I said Williams. In a running back free agent class like what we have right now, none of us should be in love with him. Because we talking about preparing for winter. And one of the dopest observations was the fact that we have a coach that's fully conscious of winter ball. Now, when he talk about it, he gonna talk about building up to winter ball. But he's focused on winter ball. If we focused on winter ball, which is championship ball, see, Miami has some dope-ass weapons. But they had to go up to Kansas City and play in the snow.
What the fuck is that?
You gotta snap some collars and let know you there to take them out anytime you feel like it. You gotta get the ground beneath your feet, partner. Get the wind behind your back and go out in the blaze if you got to. If you gotta go out, that's how you go out. He took his destiny in his own hand.
Cowboy Nation, you better be really thinking about winter. When y'all trying to, we better be really thinking about true team building for winter, dog. Because I see a lot of summer ideas. I see a lot of spring ideas. I don't see winter ideas. You not go have no playoffs never in the NFL that's not in winter. Let me say that again. You're not going to have never a playoff in the NFL that's not in the midst of winter. So as we debate, let's see if y'all keeping that on the forefront of your mind, like Parker.
I think that, playoff football, especially, in the elements, that's when the real defenses definitely show up in January and February.
Yep.
But you definitely want to, try to approach the offseason and training camp in a way that you can start fast in terms of execution. That's most important in the fundamentals, because it doesn't matter what your scheme is if you don't do the little things the right way. So you have to start there, and then as you kind of get through the season, you continue to build on those foundational blocks, and then you should have a really good idea.
And look how he talk like he's done this. Like the way he talk, I swear you would think he's done this 20 times. Like for real. I'm not mad at it. Like His whole tone says, I've done this 20 times. He hasn't done this one time. This gonna be his first time building this.
And the fundamentals, because those, it doesn't matter what your scheme is if you don't do the little things the right way. So you have to start there, and then as you kind of get through the season, you continue to build on those foundational blocks, and then you should have a really good idea as the year goes and the roster is more consistent in terms of what you do and don't do well.
So listen, y'all. This is our first time hearing from him, and I wanted to give y'all my takeaways. I'm gonna just recap it one more time. The one thing that was obvious is the alignment. One of the main things you could see in that alignment was trench focus by Shotty as well as Parker. Trench focus, not perimeter focus. Trench focus. We also got confirmation from this press conference that Jerry was involved. So when you got people saying, I'm an insider and I'm telling you that this is all shoddy, Jerry has nothing to do with this, that was a lie. When people come out and say, yeah, Gannon, that was a shoddy guy.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Nah. Jerry was involved. Fights are coming. We need to do a better job of observing those fights. And we need to have the proper guys back, whoever that might be. Christian Parker is working the art of saying a lot of nothing, showing his wisdom. And mainly, he's able to be himself. His memory is outstanding. And he's very aware of winter ball. That's a lot out of a press conference, and I still got more because I got to do videos on the rest. So y'all go be look out, because I got a video coming out in the morning specifically about what he said about Revel and the common sense about that and his vision in that. Now, somebody asked me earlier, is he now your favorite after the press conference?
Oh, hell no.
But did he move up after the press conference? Yes, he did. Am I more impressed now than I was this morning? Yes, I am. Am I excited? Absolutely. Will I eat crow if he blow Durant out the water? I absolutely will. Without question. Am I hoping that he does? Hell yeah. I hope he, because he's one of us. You obviously root for your own. But shout out to Shotty, man. Shout out to Shotty. I think Shotty is doing a great job, man. We just got to let that man cook. We stole the opportunity from him last year where he could have cooked like this last year if he would have had his hands on the defense. But now he does. And Christian Parker and Shotty are going to go up and down together, Cowboy Nation. They're going to grow together or fall together. Because at this point, they're tied together. Even though Brian tried to share credit with Jerry and admitted that Jerry was involved in the whole process, we all know down in our soul that it's going to be on Shotty. We know that. So anyway, man, it's your boy Boss Show Me. I wanted to give the reaction to the press conference. And shout out to the people that was excited about this, because y'all know it's a lot of people that react. I don't think a lot of people react in the details and the clips that I do. I think this is my lane. When it comes down to reacting and really, really cracking the code of what's really going on, That's my thing, you know what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of people kind of follow this channel, because they know when I start digging into the tea leaves, that's one of my gifts in the space. That's my superpower. So man, it's your boy Boss Show Me, man. Very excited about this takeaway. Giving a tea of what I saw with that boy Christian Parker and Brian Shotton together. Until the next live, hold on. Wait. I forgot to ask y'all, and some of y'all didn't do this yet. Did y'all hit that like, bro? Or did y'all just come in here and just kick your feet up? Make sure if you're watching on Facebook or you're watching on YouTube, let's do our housekeeping and hit them likes. Let's also hit them shares, man, because we dug into a lot, right? I'm pretty sure we showed a lot more than most in terms of observations from the press conference. So I'm gonna be dropping some more videos, man. Until the next live or to the next video, it's your boy Boss Show Me, man. I'm out. Let's go.